And we are live. This is December 5th, 2025. And there is some huge lottery news, some things happening right now. The Powerball in the United States is 800 and massive $820 million. That is getting close to a billion. Euro millions, 143 million euros. That just rolled over to Tuesday. Lotto Max is way up there for that game in Canada, 70 million tax-free, which is awesome. Mega Millions tonight, 50 million. Where are you watching from? Which lottery games do you play if you play the lottery? And if you don't play, that's okay too. But we are going to be taking your questions here live in this chat, taking your questions and also covering this huge jackpots from all over the world, but and also talking about intuition, manifestation. Many of you are into that, but look at this: 820 million, massive, the eighth largest jackpot for the Powerball in history, which is happening tomorrow, Saturday, December 6th. 820 million cash value, lump sum before taxes, $378.2 million. Imagine that from a single ticket. Imagine what that can do to your life or to somebody's life if you're playing this game. Always play responsibly if you do, but good Lord, that's a lot of money. Where are you watching from? Let me know in this live chat if you are lucky enough to be here right now live. Where are you watching from? Which lottery games do you play if you play the lottery? Let me know. And we are going to jump into this chat here momentarily. And I see it is already blowing up. We have someone here from Ireland. Hello in Ireland. Are you playing Euro Millions? It's about time to interview another person from Ireland. I interview lottery winners from all over the world and people that have won all kinds of games. And I've interviewed someone actually that has won, I think it was $1 million from Euro Millions from Northern Ireland. But I know that's not going to be the last person from Ireland, but thank you for joining. Hello in Virginia, Illinois, Powerball, Illinois. I love it. And welcome in Illinois. I interviewed a couple people that won, I think it was around 5 million in Illinois a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Did you guys watch that interview? I've manifested myself winning tonight's Euro Millions jackpot. My higher self has already done this. Well, Graham McFarland, then you have to come onto this podcast. We want to hear from you. East Coast, USA, Powerball. Amazing. I mean, let's take a look at this real quick before we dive too much more into this, because this is history in the making. And this is one of the largest. This is the second largest, I believe, Powerball jackpot this year, but it's one of the largest in history. And I know people are watching here from all over the world. Lotto Max is way up there. Euro Millions is way up there. Some people are watching from Australia, New Zealand, from all over the place. But in the USA, we have to cover this because it is really, I mean, it's significant. It's crazy. 820 million annuitized jackpot. So first of all, if you win this or another prize, another game around the world, what are you going to do? Comment in this live chat. But this is 378.2 million before taxes. And basically, the drawing takes place Saturday night at right before 11 p.m. Eastern in Florida, Tallahassee. You have to basically match 5 white balls plus the red ball, which, hey, that's 6 balls. How hard can that be, right? Play responsibly. Anything's possible. Play responsibly. Never spend more than you can afford to lose. But if you do win, come on to this show because we want to hear from you. And New York City. Hello, welcome from in New York City. And let's jump back into this. London. Are you playing Euro Millions? Powerball, Mega Millions, and Lucky for Life. Timothy, get ready for my second interview, winning the Powerball tomorrow. Prince, Tony, I will get ready. And is this the Tony that I featured? There was a Tony that I interviewed, and this might just be you if you're talking about the second interview. If so, you're very much into intuition and manifestation. But welcome, and I love your story. Sherry, who's a huge supporter and a member of this channel. She's one of the biggest supporters. Let's get you some car money. Okay. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, but I think you're responding to somebody. But Sherry, I do know that someone won a huge prize near you because I saw your comment and your message about that. So someone won a huge prize in New Zealand right near where she was. So she was in the eye of the storm, because they say being, when you win the lottery, it's like being struck by lightning, or it can be like that. And it is really, and it becomes a focal point and all these people flock. It's like it becomes this giant, everyone's magnetized towards this location, and for good reason. And some people, sometimes the same location has sold winning tickets more than once, but like jackpot tickets, that has happened. But regardless, Sherry, that's very exciting in New Zealand. Let's get back into this. I am here from Kansas City, and I play the Powerball Mega Millions Lotto like the Missouri Lotto, and I play Missouri Millions. Okay. Well, thank you for joining from Missouri. And it reminds me, because the last time this ball jackpot was super, super high, which wasn't too long ago, in fact, but there was a long time in between, but it was in September. And that was one, there was a ticket, I believe, in Texas and one in the state of Missouri that won that prize. That was like 1.7 billion with a B, something like that. And here's what's interesting about this. Pull this back up here, if we can pull this back up. And yeah, here's what's interesting about this. What happens when this jackpot gets so high like this, I mean, you can see that it just skyrockets very quickly, because many people that don't play the lottery normally all of a sudden start playing, and it just, or they put more money into it, and it just goes up very, very quickly. And so I will not be surprised if this gets up into the billion range very soon, unless someone wins tomorrow night, which is always possible. But I certainly won't be surprised if it gets up to $1 billion within a week or so. Will Win, Mega, and Cash 5 have won second tier of Powerball last year. Wow, congratulations to you. I love it. I can't wait to meet you. Well, I can't wait for that either. I can't wait for you either. Callie in the house. Hello. Hello, and Callie, welcome. And Sherry with a very generous $2 super. Sherry, thank you so much. Hands out. Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, Sherry, for your support. Huge supporter and member. I'm ready for my big jackpot. Amazing. So let me know, which lottery games do you play? Mega Sena, Brazil, Texas, Mega Millions. Yes, that's okay. All right. Here we are, Wyoming. And so I want to say something about that, Wyoming. First of all, thank you for joining from Wyoming. Second of all, you can win anywhere. You can win in a rural state. You can win in Wyoming because back in the day, I mean, I won in Iowa, and I know there's this myth out there. There's a lot of lottery myths out there, and I've been writing about this and my own story and many things and my belief and experience with intuition and so forth. But with lottery myths, I wrote a whole chapter on this, and like, it's very interesting. There's so many myths out there, but one of them is that you can't win in a rural state because so many people say you have to win. Everybody wins in California or Florida. Florida is another place. And of course, a lot of people win in California and Florida. No one's disputing that. But the fact is, you can win in any state. One ticket in Wyoming has the same chance as one ticket in California or Florida. So I wish you good luck. Play responsibly if you play. If you don't play, that's okay too. But if you do, I genuinely wish you good luck. We are the next winners here in Atlanta, Georgia, which just had a huge winner in Georgia a few days ago from the Mega Millions, which today, let's see if we have that. Today, the Mega Millions is down because someone just won it. But the massive prize, 980 million, I believe, was just recently won in Georgia. So lightning did strike there. Do we have the Mega Millions up there? We just want to take a real quick look and see this is what happens when it's live. Anything anything can happen anyway, but especially when it's live. And I don't know if we have the Mega Millions, but we do have the Euro Million, or we have the Euro Millions. But look at this, Lotto Max 70 million, tax free, and that is one of the largest Lotto Max jackpots. So many people in Canada are very excited about that. Indiana is here. Oh, look at this, a 1999 Super, and that means so much to me because I won the Powerball in 1999. So that is extremely thoughtful of you, extremely generous of you. Red's Tarot 8516. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings to you, and I wish you good luck. It really, truly means a lot. This means the world. Thank you very much. The very generous Super. Love your content. Good luck to everyone, and good luck to you, Red's Tarot. Thank you so much for your support. Can we get more real life interviews? Greg. I don't know if it's Greg, but it's GGGG, Can we get more real life interviews? Absolutely, we can get more real life interviews. It's what I'm passionate about. After I won the lottery back in the day, I basically, many of you know this, but I went back to school for broadcast news and journalism, and basically that's what I've done on different documentaries and different productions before starting this YouTube channel, and I'm passionate about it. I love it. I was doing it before I won the lottery, interviewing people, and now I'm interviewing other people that have won the lottery. And so yeah, but it's not just people that have won the lottery, and many of you know this, but just there was an interview released yesterday with someone that really believes in manifestation, and she came across this very precise amount. It was $200 and something thousand. She saw this come out of a receipt, an ATM receipt. She was going to get money, and she saw this ATM receipt with this exact amount, and then she intentionally tried to manifest this exact amount, and then this exact amount came into her life not too long after that. So that's what that interview is about. And but we do want to do more, and that's a short testimonial if you want to check that out. And we have some interviews coming up that I'm excited to share with you. One person who had $1 million ticket that his family, I don't want to give too much away, but something terrible happened to this ticket, and then it got burnt. And so that's one reason that you have to be very careful with your tickets, especially if there are physical ones. There's also a neuroscientist, someone that's very into neuroscience, who talks about manifestation and that sort of thing, and also some lottery experts and some other huge interviews with people who have won millions. But it's not about the amount, it's about the story. Tim, do you feel the $1 billion interview coming? I do, Dizzy. Thank you for saying that, because I've interviewed people that have won, of course, thousands, but also people that have won millions and hundreds of millions. But I've not yet interviewed anyone that's won $1 billion. But that day is coming, and it could be you. If you are playing, well, right now it's not quite $1 billion, this Powerball, but it's going to, it could be. It will be eventually, whether it's this drawing or another one. And so if you win $1 billion, or maybe you already have and you're watching this, consider coming onto this show. We can keep you anonymous. We can blur your image. We can disguise your voice. You can even come on in a costume. And we say that all the time. No one's done that yet, but that day is coming too. I visited the Publix where the 980 million ticket was sold here in Georgia. Nate, yes. So yeah, I wonder because there's so much excitement at these stores when they sell major tickets like this. Literally people flock to these places because it is interesting, and you want to get in on the excitement and the buzz. I had a dream Powerball is 1.03 billion, and it screamed my name, that we hugged and lived happily ever after. Well, that is a 1.03 billion dream right there. I love that. We are all about dreams on this channel, all about dreams, literal dreams and figurative dreams, all kinds of dreams. But sometimes people dream about things and they happen in real life. And if this happened to me, it happens to a lot of people I meet and interview. And I love that topic. Lotto Texas and Powerball. SP Gardening, thank you very much for your comment. And here's a 99-cent super from Basis Kizel. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right, but I recognize your profile there, and you show up in a lot of these lives, and I'm so appreciative for your support. Thank you for being here, and thanks for the very thoughtful 99-cent super with the lucky 9 9s. Thank you very much, and I wish you good luck if you are playing the lottery. And here's another one, 199 from Claudia Johanna 2797, who's a member of this channel. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you very much. Great to see you. Thanks for being a member too. Thanks for being a member. Are the lottery vending machines lucky? Well, I mean, some people would say if you've won on one, you would probably think so. I interviewed an attorney, that he was seemed kind of apprehensive about some of them, because sometimes, well, with the scratch tickets anyway, because sometimes they don't get cut off correctly, is what he was explaining. But people win, from those, of course. So for some people, like if you win a major prize on a vending machine, then you probably are going to think it's lucky. Did you guys hear the story about this woman this is a really good story, actually. This woman in, I think it was California, a year or two ago, she was in this, I think it was a grocery store, but regardless, there was this vending machine, and basically she got bumped. someone bumped into her, literally, and she hit the wrong button on the machine, and she won this massive prize. I think it was 5 million, but don't quote me on 5 million. I don't know if it was 5 million, but it was like a significant prize, and it was from a bump. So the universe can speak to you in different ways. And I've never heard of someone getting bumped into a vending machine until that story, and then winning a major prize, but it has happened. Crazier things have happened. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. That's dope, Jay Music. Thanks for your comment. My story is really fascinating. I had so many dreams and real life experiences that convinced me destiny is real, and manifestation isn't a myth like I used to think. Well, thank you for your comment. I appreciate that. Yeah, manifestation. I mean, when I started this YouTube channel, I didn't know what manifestation was. I just thought it was wishful thinking. I thought it was just people that said they manifested something, that they just imagined it, and they just hoped for it, and then it just popped into existence. That's what I thought it was. So I really didn't understand it, and I didn't believe that it was something that was real. But now I've done a lot of research and learned a lot about it. And I personally am fascinated by manifestation, and I don't think it's like, it's just like gravity. It just exists. It's creation. We create. We're creative beings, right? We always create. It's just, I think I've manifested several wins ranging from $10 to $500. My next one is $3.5 million. Watch me win. Well, all right. Well, I'm going to watch that. And if that happens, you have to come on to this show. Oh my God, burnt. Yes. So the next interview, the next testimonial on this channel is with someone that they accidentally burnt $1 million ticket. And so usually most of the stories are pretty positive. This one is still positive, but it has a positive spin to it. Like, it is legitimately a positive story, but that aspect, I mean, that is sort of, I mean, it would be tough if that happens, and that sort of thing does happen. There are billions worth of prizes that go unclaimed. One of the reasons is that people lose their ticket, or something happens to it, or perhaps they don't even know they've won. So it's important to check your ticket. And if you win a major prize like this Powerball that is up to 820 million this weekend, and if no one wins, it'll be up in the 900 range, I think, but we'll just have to see. But it's interesting. Just be careful with your tickets. Okay, here it is not growing on rollover like it used to. So you're saying, are you referring to the Powerball or the Mega Millions? But you're saying that it's not growing on rollover as quickly as it used to. And if that is true, one reason first of all, I'm not saying this because I haven't done the research on how quickly it is or isn't growing historically. So I'm not saying this, but you're saying this. And if that is true, here's one thing that has changed that a lot of people don't think about is that the interest rates are currently lower. And the interest rates matter because they help dictate how high this massive annuity, when you see this jackpot, estimated jackpot, 820 million, it's so much money, but that's the annuity. And that is based on partially by interest rates. So got to take that into account. If the interest rates are lower, it's going to grow a little slower. And I'm not trying to be a rapper, but it's true. Gifted 5 here, free blessings, just gifted 5 memberships, free blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. I really appreciate that. 5 of you in this chat room, if you're lucky enough to be here live, have just received free memberships courtesy of free blessings. So let's everyone give a huge shout out to free blessings, and thank you very much. Blessings to you for doing that. That is very generous of you. And here's five more. Oh my gosh, from the Crystal Narrative, who is already a member and is gifting 5 memberships. Blessings to you as well. Blessings to you. That is very, extremely generous of you. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you so much. I love each and every member and supporter of this channel. I'm incredibly grateful. And the fact that you just gifted these, that is very generous of you. So thank you very much. Used to grow by 100 million or more at this level. So you're saying, first of all, thank you for the 199 super. Thank you very much. So you're saying that the Powerball, I think is what you're saying, used to grow by 100 million or more at this level. So that'll be interesting. Now you've inspired me to go back and do the research and actually to compare of what it used to be and what it is now. But I do know that interest rates play a big role in that. So that is a factor. I am Tibby with a $10 super. Amazing. I am Tibby. Thank you very much. Wish you good luck if you're playing the lottery. Regardless, I wish you happiness and abundance, and your support truly, truly means a lot to me. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And good luck to you if you're playing. Timothy, speaking of luck, Augusto Rodriguez 2 says, Timothy, I had a run of bad luck in 2025. Any tips on how to stay hopeful about winning the lottery? Yes, absolutely. So first of all, I want to say that the lottery should be a positive experience. And if you don't play, that's okay. But if it's something that's stressful and it hurts you to lose money, then don't play. And I can say that because I'm not affiliated with any lotteries. I don't represent any. I'm not working for any. And seriously, if it hurts you financially to play, then I don't think and lose, potentially lose, then it's not a good idea. I mean, I personally wouldn't spend money on lottery tickets if I felt that it would stress me out to lose. But on the other hand, if you want a legitimate chance and it doesn't stress you out, then have fun with it and try to have fun if you play, because anything and everything's possible. It's only impossible until it happens, right? It's only impossible until it happens. And the probability, the possibility of something happening is not limited by probability of it happening. The possibility is not limited by probability. It is possible, but play responsibly if you play. It's only impossible until it happens. But, never spend more than you can afford to lose if you play. And if you don't play, that's okay too. Just play responsibly if you do play. But anything's possible. And have fun. I think that's the point of it. And that's kind of my mindset. All the times I played and didn't win, because that happened, I had this very vivid dream about it. I believed it was going to happen. Then I played, and pretty consistently, I went out, I think the next day, and I played, and I didn't win, of course. And all the other times that I played and didn't win before I did win, I was disappointed, but I never never let it. I tried not to let it get me down. I was just happy for whoever did win, and I knew that if I played, I was in it. I felt in it, and that energized me. I knew that I just believed in it. So, but that's me. That doesn't mean you have to feel that way. Wish me luck. Know that receive 888. I do wish you good luck. I wish you so much luck. Thank you very much. Closed my eyes and saw 400 million in my bank account. This wasn't a dream. I was awake. Wow. So that's a 400 million vision right there. I love that. I love that. And here's a new member, Mary Benford. Welcome. Welcome, Mary. Welcome. It's great to see you. Thanks for being a supporter and being a member. Welcome to this community. And so we got to get caught up. We're way behind in this chat. Awesome. You guys are so nice and generous. Yes, absolutely. I always thought the pot based on percentage of sales. So Jay, thank you for the 199 super. Yeah. So you're talking about, yeah. So if you're talking about the Powerball, or the Mega Millions, we've pulled up the Powerball a couple times here before, and we need to pull up this. I've been trying to, we have to pull up this Mega Millions, but yeah. So no, it's not just based on how much people spend to play. That, of course, is a factor, which is why you see these jackpots skyrocket. Like right now, 820 million. History is being made right now, and it's going up so quickly. And imagine this, one ticket, and it might be more than one ticket, but imagine this, whether it's this draw or 2 or 3 or 4 drawings from now, imagine a single ticket winning this amount of money. Good Lord, what would you do? How would that feel, in fact? Because I think that's a healthy thing to think about. How would that feel? Because a lot of people, like there's this person, this just happened. See if I can pull this up, because this is common. I interviewed someone that won a 10 million prize 2 or 3 years ago in Missouri, who won that on a scratch ticket. He was describing hyperventilating when he won. And there's a news story that just came out. And it's one thing I ask lottery winners, almost just about every winner, is what did it feel like when the moment that you found out that you won? And let me see if I can find this. Someone that just won started hyperventilating. Here it is. And he's claimed the prize anonymously. He has this 1 million prize. This is in the state of Illinois, United States. It looks like, is that a hood or a costume? But I see those eyeballs up there. But it's written on the big giant check, "Grandma is my lucky charm." He won $1 million on this Powerball prize in the state of Illinois. And he was inspired to go to this store in the first place because he saw his grandma's car. He's in the parking lot. So he went in, and sure enough, I believe his grandma was there. And then he bought this ticket and won. And so, I mean, and for a lot of people watching this or tuning in, many people don't believe in accidents. You might believe in God, you believe in the universe, you believe in our energy and that sort of thing. Regardless of what you believe in, maybe, I mean, if you do believe that sort of thing, maybe he was guided to go in there and buy this. But regardless of what you believe, one of the things that happened was, I believe he started hyperventilating the moment that he found out that he won. And can you really blame him? Because it is incredibly exhilarating when you win a major prize. And it happens to people, like, for real. It's not, I mean, it's the stuff, it seems like it's the stuff of movies, and it is, but it's real, and it really happens. It happened to me. It happens to all kinds of people I meet and interview. Like, it legitimately happens, and some people do hyperventilate. But hi, Tim, and I can't blame him. I had a dream where I won 13,400,000 in a gamer grand prize. What could this mean? Well, first of all, blank 9652. Thank you very much for the generous 499 super. That is very, very nice of you. I really, really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. And to your question, you had a dream where you won $13,400,000 and in a gamer grand prize. What could this mean? Well, I mean, it could literally mean, one interpretation is it's a very precise amount. I mean, if that happened to me and I saw that jackpot amount somewhere, whether it was on that gamer, like whichever game, if I saw that specific jackpot amount and I had dreamt about that, then I would be like eager to probably play if I saw that. So, I mean, do you have dreams that come true like that, literal dreams? Because some people do. That happens to me. And so if that happened to me, that's what I would think. But another way, a lot of dreams are also symbolic. So it's not necessarily that. It could be, I mean, I'm not saying what it is actually, because you would know better than me, but for a lot of dreams, it is how you interpret it, how it makes you feel. And so I think it's important to write down what your dreams are, like how you felt about it, not necessarily what happened, but how you felt about it, what it meant at the time. Write that down before you get fully awake and your conscious mind and your ego starts making all kinds of meanings for it. Because I can tell you different things that it could mean, which I've named a couple here, but really the dream was meant for you. It's your subconscious mind, or I believe in God and that sort of thing. And I believe sometimes we can get messages from, spirit and that sort of thing. And so regardless of what your belief is, though, I respect you. And I would just come back to you and ask you to, when you have a dream like that, to write down what it meant for you at the time. And if that were me and I saw that jackpot somewhere, I would definitely be playing it. But that's me. Only play, only play responsibly if you want to play. I'm not encouraging you to play. What happens if you dream all numbers? You play always. Well, some people, I mean, it's interesting. Sometimes people have dreamt numbers and then they've won on those specific numbers. And that's incredible when that happens. And it does happen sometimes. Personally, Tim, I don't know anybody who ever hit for millions is possible play responsibly coming out of Akron, Ohio, but I know I have a chance no matter what, no matter what. Trent Wilson, yes. I mean, you do. It just takes one ticket for a chance, one ticket for a chance. So don't ever, I mean, try telling a lottery winner you can't win, right? It does happen. Just play responsibly and ignore the naysayers. That's what I say. Because not everyone's into it, but a lot of people are. Hello from Virginia. I'm the first timer on your life. I am a first timer on your live, I think you mean. Just found your channel last month. I'm glad to be here. Old Illuminated 8134. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you're here too. Thanks for your support from Virginia. Okay. Hello, Tim. Never won any real big major prize on my prizes. Been kind of small, but 60 years old. Time is now. Trent Wilson, I wish you good luck. Thank you. People, I mean, it is possible. It's completely possible. Play responsibly, though, which I'm sure you're doing, Trent. Thanks for your comment. I will be the sole winner of the Lotto Max 80 million draw on December 12th. Windmill Engine. All right. If we see Windmill Engine on a giant check, then, well, one thing is this video is going to blow up, but I wish you good luck. I've manifested this lotto jackpot win for the past 6 months. This week, the universe has shown me the signs, repeating numbers multiple times a day, multiple times a week. Thank you, God. Rigo Eats. All right, Rigo, thank you for being a member. And that it reminds me of, I pinned it in the chat, but I created this free guide for like signs that I've noticed from the universe that they're guiding you, whether it's intuition or dreams or the reticular activating system, which some of you know what that is. Basically, if you expect to see something, then you're going to see it more often. And you can try this experiment for yourself, but it's interesting. So I made a free guide of 7 signs that the universe is guiding you, and I pinned that in the chat. But I'm totally into that stuff, and I am very interested in it. So thanks for your comment. It would feel so good to know that I will never be broke again. Well, I wish you good luck. And I do want to also say that, of course, you can win the lottery. It's completely possible, but there's so many ways of becoming wealthy or getting money or monetary wealth, which a lot of people are seeking, other than or in addition to winning the lottery. Almost everyone on earth that's ever done something extraordinary or even come across like mass amounts of money or even like a fair amount of money has not won the lottery. But you can win the lottery. That's possible too. But you don't need to win the lottery to pursue your dreams. You don't need to win the lottery to be happy. And you don't need to win the lottery to be wealthy. There's lots of ways of doing that. But you can win the lottery. It is possible. Just play responsibly. I would claim anonymously too. Yes. So that's an interesting question. Like if you were to win and you have the choice, because not everyone does have the choice, but if you do have the choice, would you claim it anonymously? Is that something that you would do? Comment in this live chat because everybody's different. Some lucky. Oh, look at Sherry with the $2 super. Sherry, thank you very much. And so Sherry from New Zealand, who is already a member and huge supporter of this channel, is sharing some lucky numbers right here. And she says, these are the lucky numbers from Sherry. Number 2, number 8, number 18, 34, 39, and 8. So we're going to have to see, like if those numbers come up, that's going to be pretty crazy. But Sherry, I mean, it is possible. And yeah, so I know some people in here in this chat are probably going to play those numbers. Sherry, thank you very much. And thank you for your support, as always, such a huge supporter. And my lucky numbers, all of them. All right, Ben, I love it. Here's a 99-cent super from Neon the Windfall Phoenix. Neon the Windfall Phoenix, thank you very much. It's great to see you. We have not seen Neon the Phoenix in here for a while, but welcome back. It's great to see you. Thank you for the very thoughtful 99-cent super. And here's another one, Jennifer. Jennifer C 4251. How many tickets did you buy when you won? That is a very good question. Thank you very much. For me, it was one ticket because it only takes, as cliche as it is, it only takes one ticket for a chance. And that is very, very true. And when you're talking about, talking about these games like Powerball, this massive 820 million, or Mega Millions is 50 million tonight. Lotto Max is way, way up there. You're talking about these major games. Even the Euro Millions is way up there right now. Look at this, 143 million euros. That's tax-free in a lot of places. So if you win one of these major games, you are not like substantially increasing your chances by buying hundreds of tickets. And maybe you're in on a pool or something where you just, there's something that leads you to buy mass amounts of tickets. But if you do that, you're not really significantly enhancing your odds. I mean, really, because these games, if you talk about odds, I don't listen to the odds. Really, because I believe anything's possible, But having said that, it just takes one ticket for a chance. That's all it takes. And if you can afford to spend that and lose that and have fun and you want a legitimate chance, then I think it can be positive. Yeah. But thank you for the $2 super as well. Thank you. I will never give up hope on the lotto. Hope floats. Ben, yeah. Hope is important. I think hope is definitely very positive. There should always be something to hope for and to strive for, because if you didn't have it like in your mind, if you imagine something and there's something that you want to aspire to, you wouldn't aspire to it if it weren't possible, right? Like it is possible. Like put yourself in that place. Anything's possible. But the lady from the ATM receipt interview was great. I'm glad that you enjoyed that with Megan. That was just released yesterday. Thank you very much for your comment and for being a member. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. If you guys didn't watch that, you should check it out. But she has this ATM receipt and saw this amount and inspired. Basically, it inspired her to specifically try and manifest that amount as 200 and something thousand, and then she came across that amount. Here in Wyoming, we can claim anonymously. We have no state tax on lottery and no inheritance tax. So, wow. So, Wyoming, there you go. And there are some states, apparently, Wyoming is one of them. If you're correct, which I assume you probably are, that there's no state tax on the lottery because state tax, I mean, it really like varies by the state. It goes up to, I think the highest, I might be mistaken, but I read that one of the highest is like 10 something percent, but then there's some states that are zero. And so take this Powerball, for example, it is, here it is. New York state lottery winnings are 10.9%. Texas, Florida, and California, zero. There's no lottery. And apparently Wyoming. So no tax. There's a lottery. There's no tax on that. That's by the state. There is federal, though, which is very, very high as well. So there is federal. And look at this. Chris Kadusky has been a member for 1 month. Thank you very much for being a member. It's great to see you here. 42069 are my lucky Keno numbers. Keno. Does anybody else here play Keno? Sometimes people win major prizes on Keno. It's a popular game. Thanks for your comment. Here's a $4.99 super from Illuminated 8134. Thank you very much. Thanks so much for your support. I won a $150 at bingo last night, just spreading the love. Happy holidays. The Crystal Narrative. Amazing. So you just won 150 playing bingo. Bingo. I love that. Bingo. Yeah. I mean, bingo is extremely popular. Did you guys watch that interview with Gavin that came out a few months ago? He won a $750,000 prize, and his story is very, very inspiring. But I believe towards the end of the interview, he mentioned that he had this dream about someone that well, you can watch the interview, but it involved a dream that came true, and someone won a huge prize at bingo the next day after his dream. It was like pretty interesting. But congratulations on your 150 win on bingo, and thank you so much for the very, very thoughtful super for 1999. That's the year I won the Powerball, so it truly means a lot. I wish you good luck if you're playing the lottery, and regardless, I wish you happiness and abundance. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate that. My ex's mom won 1.4 million on Keno years ago. So it does happen. It does happen. I had a dream. I bought my jackpot winning ticket from a vending machine, so I've been buying tickets from them ever since. Do you guys buy? Here's a question for everyone in the chat. And if this is no longer live, put your comment below this chat. But the question is, like, do you prefer to buy tickets the old-fashioned way, like, or do you go to a vending machine, or do you play online, whether it's an app, a courier service, if they're legal where you are, or like, how do you play the lottery if you play? Comment in this chat. And that interview was awesome also. Which interview was awesome? Maybe I assume the Megan one that we just released yesterday, but thank you so much for your support. Happy holidays, everyone. Looking forward to 2026. 2026. It's hard to believe that it's almost 2026. Good old-fashioned way, go to the cashier and get a ticket. I use the local safe. Okay, where did that go? I use the Safeway vending machine. I call it Casino Safeway. I've done it online, but usually a vending machine. I prefer to buy tickets at the counter, not by vending machine. And us Texas residents can't use the apps for lottery, unfortunately. The Crystal Narrative. Yes, there was a big controversy in Texas with courier services, and they are now banned, or they're not legal in the state of, no longer legal in the state of Texas. So yeah, well, I wish you good luck. Thanks for your comment. Thanks for joining from Texas. Shane Misler needs to come on. This entire channel is right up his alley. I'm sure he's busy. Dizzy, well, we would love to interview him. Absolutely. He has such an inspiring story. So yes, I mean, that will be extraordinary. I mean, we would love to host him for sure. Been having a sense of knowing my jackpot win is manifesting. I play both machine and cashiers. I received my early Christmas present now. All right. Was life more stressful before you won, even after all these years? Was life more stressful before? This is a really good question. And many of you know I've been working on this book. I've done a lot of writing and introspective thinking about my own personal story and how it's changed my life, because it's one of the biggest, craziest, most surreal things that's ever happened to me and to a lot of people that I meet and interview on this podcast and this YouTube channel. And was it more stressful before? Well, I would say, I suppose, well, I was at a different place. So I was like 21 years old. So, definitely when it comes to money, obviously it changed a lot with that. So it takes stress away monetarily. But then after that, at least initially for the first few years, there was a steep learning curve for me personally anyway. This doesn't happen to everybody, but for me, about how to navigate social situations and how to deal with that for people that actually were jealous or people that wanted, me for the wrong reasons. So that was hard for me to get my head around, and because I always love to help people, but I also want to be financially responsible. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that was a learning curve, and I've written a lot about it in this book that will be coming out soon. If you're interested in it, you can check out my website, or there's a place to join the mailing list below in the description, so you can check that out. Retire my family and end world homelessness and food insecurity. You have to love that. You have to love that. I wish you good luck. You can certainly make a difference with donating and helping people if you win. My cousin won here in Chicago, and now it's my turn, Tim. All right, well, let's get your cousin on this podcast, and let's get you on this podcast too. Let's make that happen. Vending machine, Diana Paredes plays using the vending machine. Thank you, Diana. I use the app in Ohio. Edwin Castro would be wild to see on here. We would love to interview. Of course, so he won the biggest lottery jackpot in world history, Edwin Castro, and we would love to host him, of course. Canada does it by computer now, no balls. So that's interesting. So Canada, and right now, this is a really large jackpot in Canada, and it's tax-free. See if we have this up. But you're saying that they draw the balls by a computer, and right now, and this is for tomorrow. Oh, that's Lotto 649 for tomorrow. 70 million right now for Lotto Max in Canada. That's for tonight, and that's tax-free. You're saying that it's drawn by a computer, so that's pretty interesting. Yeah, what do you guys think about that? I would hire a personal assistant and create a studio for my own channel. Well, thanks for your comment. I am a great interview for the win. Yeah, Texas Lottery used to be able to create and save lucky numbers. Now we are back. To the paper slips. The app was convenient and easy. No more Texas. Okay. So yeah, I think there are people that are probably pro and against that decision, but yeah, they have banned courier services in the state of Texas, so it's pretty interesting. The Powerball jackpot is mine because it's the same as my birthday, 8/20. Yeah, 8/20. So that is your birthday, and you are playing this prize. How surreal would that be if your birthday is 820 and that inspires you to play and then you win 820? I mean, you have to come on here and tell us that story if you win. If you win. And I wish you good luck. But and that goes for anybody watching this. Even if you win a million or another prize, it could be. I've interviewed people who have won just a few thousand. Like, it's not about the amount; it's about the story, and we want to hear from you. So email my team. The email address is on the about page of this YouTube channel, and we're going to do a dream drop in just a moment, in just a second, which some of you are familiar with. But before we get to that, we have to get to our channel sponsor here, because we've talked a lot about intuition and manifestation and that sort of thing, dreaming about things before they happen. I am so into this. Like I'm passionate about this stuff. And if and if you're not, that's okay too. I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything, but I find these topics pretty interesting, which is why I am excited that this is one of our channel sponsors here, Psychic Source. And so I have to give a quick shout out to them, because they are a channel sponsor, and it's a topic I'm interested in. But if you've ever wanted to speak with someone about your dreams or intuition, you can check them out. Our channel sponsor, Psychic Source, they do phone, video, and even text readings. I've even had a few, I've even had a few of them myself here on camera. I know some of you have seen those. But there's a special offer at trypsychic.com/dreambig. We have put a link in the description to try your first 40 minutes for less than $20. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out if that's the type of thing that interests you. But I do want to get to this dream drop in just a second. Timmy boy, long time no see. That's right, Money Making Duke. It's great to see you. It's great to see you. Yeah, last week there was a Thanksgiving holiday in the United States, and the week before that I was out of commission, so I was not. So it's been a hot minute since we've had a live, but we are here. New member, welcome. Thank you so much. Welcome to the community. So we're gonna go to Jesus, not psychics of the devil. Brina, okay, Brina, thanks for your comment. I truly believe my destiny is to be a lottery winner, but others tell me that I need to find a purpose in real life, that the lottery win is just a dream. Timothy, what's your opinion? Jennifer, thank you, Jennifer, for your comment. So that the lottery win is just a dream. Well, my opinion is that it's not up to anyone else to tell you what is or isn't meant for you. It's not up to anybody else. So if you play the lottery, then play, of course. Never spend more than you can afford to part with. Never spend more than you can afford to lose, and have fun and make it a positive experience if you play. If you don't play, that's okay too. But if you play, that's my advice. But I also think for people that think it's just that, it's a waste of money, or it's a tax, just a needless tax on the poor, like, why do that? Like, some people believe that, and that's okay. But one thing for people that believe that, they have zero chance to win because they're not playing. They have zero chance to win. So try telling someone that's won a major prize that it's not possible. It is possible, but just play responsibly. So I guess what I say is, if it's something you enjoy doing and you can afford to lose playing it, and you want a legitimate chance, then don't listen to other people and just do what feels best to you. So that's what I would say. But that goes for anything, really, not just the lottery. It goes for anything. Don't let someone else dictate how, it's not up to someone else how you should feel about something. Hello, exactly. That's why I bought 2 tickets for Lotto Max. Alex. All right. Okay. So we are going to do a dream drop right here. Let's grab this. So this is, some of you know what this is, but if you don't, I'm going to explain it real quickly. But you're going to drop one word for the craziest, wildest, most bizarre, funniest, craziest dream. It doesn't have to be funny, by the way, but some of them are. But dream that you've had recently. So I'm going to get to that in just a moment, but I do have to also get to this. Sherry, thank you very much for the 349 super from New Zealand. Jesus loves psychics and that lady judging. Okay. Well, Sherry, thank you very, very much for the very generous super, Sherry. Thank you so much. Huge supporter of this channel. All right, so let's get to this dream drop. And yeah, here, let's pull this. Yeah, there it is. Drop one word. Okay, so we're going to do this. So when I get to, I know some people are already typing, but okay. So we are going to do this dream drop. So what's the craziest dream that you've had lately? If you're live, if you're lucky enough to be here live, type it in the chat now. If this is no longer live, type it below this video. One word for the craziest, wildest dream that you have had recently. There's no right or wrong word here, but we're going to pull up as many as we can. So put it in this live chat if you're lucky enough to be here. Mansions, Rigo Eats. Well, you have to love mansions. Cash stack, windmill, forgot. We have to write your dreams down. Heist, lottery, comet, windmill. All right. Blizzard. Where's Blizzard? Yeah, I know some people are experiencing that. Numbers, players, flat tire. That's two words, but we'll take that. Portal, theft, eagle, cat. We got to windmill, Lambo. You have to love that. What an incredible machine. Portal, weird, believe, 300 mil. King Tam 777 is not playing around there. 300 mil. Wake up, Neo. That's three words, but you have to love the Matrix. Spies. And you've been a member for 4 months. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So you had a dream about spies. Snake, hope, 236 mil, prayer, ghost, lottery, tightrope, family, guts, Rolls Royce, murderer. This is getting dark here. Daughter, instinct, blessings, colossal, scratches and freckles. Scratches and freckles. That is all right. We'll take that. Winner mind state. High five. So what we're doing, if you're just joining, is the craziest one word for the craziest dream that you have had lately. Put this in the chat. And Anna Blue 999 says high five. Celebrate. Foreshadowing. That's interesting. Freedom. Prosperity. Villa. Daughter, excuse me, moving, 11,800. That is very specific. Lottery, daughter, freckles and scars. What is happening? Some of these, well, I like that. Thank you very much. Some of these, though, are there's some amazing dreams. There's some nightmares, too. Not that freckles and scars are nightmares, but I saw a couple in here that were a little darker. Chocolates, and dark chocolate you have to love. Abundance, biggest, victory, present, divorce. Well, I guess it depends who you're married to, if that's good or bad. Windmill, winner, marijuana. There's always, all right. Hey, your subconscious mind does its own thing, I guess. Just came in live, but just saying good luck, guys. Dr. Lump Sum, thank you for the 199 super. Thank you very much for the very generous, very thoughtful 199 super, Dr. Lump Sum. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, and I wish you good luck. Private jet flying, Hellcat, magic. You have to love magic. 51 million. Tim, literally you in a dream. Positive Pam 649. Wow. Well, hopefully that was a good dream, because we were just talking about nightmares. I don't think that would be, hopefully that was a good dream. But Positive Pam, it's great to see you. Thank you. Gold drinks, Cybertruck, characters, birthday lottery win, 101, what is that, 1 billion? 845,650. Oh, maybe it's 1 million. All right. Denise Joe, that's a very precise amount you're aiming for there. And if you get that, it has to come on to this podcast. Alien abduction, Zach Parker. So Zach Parker, yeah, aliens. That is a very, very interesting topic with all the UAPs and all of this stuff. And that's a whole, I could talk about that for hours because it is very, very interesting. So you dreamt about that, apparently. Financial windfall. Hat. All right. Okay. All right. So we are running kind of short on time, guys. But, oh, look at this. Because EBZP6NQ is going to be the winner of the Lotto Max 80 million draw tomorrow. Windmill Country View windmill engine. Okay. So if someone wins, when EBZP62NQ wins and we see that check tomorrow holding the giant check that says windmill, we're going to know it is you. But play responsibly if you're playing. Never spend more than you can afford to lose. And that goes for everybody. But if you win, we want to host you on this show. Seriously, anybody and everybody watching this, we want to host you. You are welcome. You can come on here anonymously. We are eager and excited to host you anonymously. Unless you want to come on publicly, that's great too. But it's really up to you. And we love hosting people who have won all kinds of amounts. And it's about the story. And you don't even have to win the lottery. Like yesterday, we interviewed someone that has an incredible story who believes in manifestation. And she intentionally tried to manifest this exact amount that she saw in this receipt. Then this exact amount came into her life in a way that she never thought it would. And that type of thing is very interesting. So it has talks 3i Atlas splitting in two. Has there been talks of 3i Atlas splitting in two? Yeah, so 3i Atlas is this, we were just talking about aliens, alien abduction. Someone had a dream about that. But the 3i Atlas, there's all kinds of theories about this, and I'm certainly not an expert on that, but I'm watching it. It's interesting. Like, what is the 3i Atlas? Music helps with my manifestation. Music, I think, is one of the most powerful, underrated languages that exists. So I'm with you with that. And sometimes I love to watch your videos before bed. It gives me hope during my sleep. Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Yes. And that's a very important time right before you go to bed. Right before you go to bed, for your subconscious mind to plant in there. It's like fertile ground, you can plant in there and be in touch with that a little more. I think it's a very good time for prayer and meditation if you're into that sort of thing, or if you're trying to reprogram your subconscious. And many of you are into that. So good luck. Yes. And on that note, we do need to get going here, but wherever you are watching from around the world, thank you so much for your support. It really, truly, truly means a lot. And I wish you luck. I wish you so much luck if you are playing the lottery. And if you're not, that's okay. I wish you good luck in life in general. Play responsibly if you do play, though. And yeah, we have some huge interviews coming soon with of course, lottery winners, but also someone who had a $1 million ticket that was accidentally burned. But it's not as dire as it sounds, but it's a very interesting story that's coming up soon. And something actually really unexpected happened in the studio as we were doing the interview that is pretty crazy. So I'm excited to share that with you. But thank you guys so much for your support. And remember, destiny favors the dreamers. Anything and everything is possible. So dream big, and we'll see you guys soon.